And I was trying to play it cool. I was like, well, they're lawyer avocados, obviously, because I didn't want to get in trouble because I didn't know what was going to happen. One of our friends was behind the booth getting their stuff ready for the day, and she had overheard this conversation, and she's like, "What? You don't know Daredevil?" What's going on, everyone? I am Phil, along here with Joe.
Hey Phil. Hey everyone.
So today we're talking about exclusive design. So um, every year at San Diego, since like 2014, 2015, we've done an exclusive shirt for San Diego Comic Con, and we kind of want to go behind the scenes on the design and you know kind of things that we think of when we're doing the design. Um, so the first one that we did, I think it was whenever Daredevil came out, because uh, you'll see it is Avocados at Law.
This is season one of the Daredevil Netflix series, not Daredevil the Affleck movie or uh, any of the other Daredevil stuff.
Um, so yeah, I can't remember like how this came about. Do you remember?
I know you latched onto it in the episode because when you brought this idea to me, I was like, "What?" Like I don't remember that part. I didn't remember that part until you talked about it, and I went back and watched it. But there's the whole scene in the show where they say avocados at law, but it's a bad translation, right? What's the setup?
Yeah, I think the Spanish word for lawyer is abogados, which
Hmm.
sounds like avocados, and
Right.
I think they make a joke that it's avocados at law. So yeah, I guess that's where my mind went. Like I was like, oh, this would make a good shirt.
We must have been like, well, like brainstorming, like what's going on right now. And Daredevil was out right then, so it was front of mind. First thought, best
Yeah.
thought.
So I think initially my thought was it just said avocados at law, like, and
Oh,
maybe it was the plaque. Like I think that's probably where my mind went, but like obviously you brought something to it.
I mean, that would have been a good shirt too. Probably better than this one. It's hard for me to look back at this design, 15 years later, um, because it's not the jam. It's not great. But yeah, so if you said today, oh, we should do a plaque that says avocados at law, I'd be like, I love that idea. Let's do it.
So here we have two. So do you see it as two avocados or one avocado that's
I
split in half?
know we talked about this while we were making it. Um, they are part of a whole, and I think it's the clear distinction between them being part of the same is that there's a pit in one and the whole of the pit in the other. Um, so they are the same avocado. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean that's how I see it, and I feel like the other ones that I have seen, like they are they are two avocados. Like it
Like
is, I think.
whole avocados.
Well, no, there are two whole avocados, and even if they are split, like they both got holes in them. They don't.
Sure,
Neither of them has the pit.
sure, that's true.
Um,
Now we should be clear. Like you're talking about the other shirt designs based on avocados at law. Like when we did this, I'm not saying we came up with like we generated the idea naturally and made it from our idea. Then online, I mean, if you Google avocados at law, you're going to see a ton of these drawings and t-shirt designs that I'm not saying they ripped us off, except this one guy. But there are a ton of great designs out there based on avocados at law. So it is one of those things where like I think a lot of people liked the expression and saw it in a visually funny or punny way. Um,
yeah.
and most
Um,
of them, you're right. It's like a solid avocado. I'm looking at a few of them now. It's either a solid avocado or they each have their own pit. But nah. They are part of the same. They are one.
yeah. I think what we're getting at is that Matt and Foggy are like they are incomplete without each other. So they are the one
Absolutely.
avocado.
Absolutely.
Uh, So we can actually mark this up, and I'm gonna say so. Yeah, this pit here and no pit over here.
They're a perfect match.
They are perfect.
It's still, I know we struggled with it at the time, but like they do look like open gaping mouths. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the pit was in Matt's hole first, and it just looked like it just like with the glasses, with the eyewear. It's just like that just looks like a scare. It looked like the scream, the painting, the scream. Um,
Well, I think it's funny because, like, I think it's because Matt has the eyes here, where this reads kind of like as a mouth, whereas like Foggy has no eyes,
no eyes. Justice is
but this
blind, Phil.
glorious mane.
His glorious mane, the flowing hair. Um, yeah, everybody just go Google avocados at law because the other designs they put hair on Matt as well, which I think is a good
Oh,
move. When
really?
we, yeah, I think so. Like we were, I think we were thinking minimal. Like, what's the least we can do to convey that this is Matt and this is Foggy? And we gave them each two items, nice and simple. But I think if one has hair, the other one should too. That's something I would change if I went back. I know originally there was like a leaf here that kind of looked like a weird hair. And then we nixed that for obvious reasons. Um, but I'm curious if what to go like full like give him some eyes. Some people I see give him like the foggy bow tie from that he wears in the comics and stuff. Um, but that looks weird with a split
Yeah.
avocado. So when you split the avocado, tons of problems come up.
I mean, it looks like he's sleeping now.
He does. He looks so peaceful. How's he look now, Phil? Spoiler alert.
Ugh. He looks like he's screaming. That looks like he's screaming. Um, so I mean, this T-shirt was a pretty big hit at San Diego that year. Um, so much so, I think we may have sold out like the first full day. So San Diego Comic Con Wednesday night is the preview night, and then the first full day is a Thursday. And I feel like we probably sold out like halfway through Thursday.
That's bonkers. You must have been so juiced up, just just like the energy, the excitement, and then like I know after that, so the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you had one shirt left that was display only, and then you had like a sign up sheet for people to order it later
Yeah.
or to
So
have it shipped to them.
yeah. So I think when we sold out of the shirts we had behind the table, I left the display copy I had, um, and people kept coming by and asking to buy it.
Some people you told me were circling, like they were like,
Yeah.
how about now? How about now? And
So yeah, San Diego Comic Con, it's a big like travel show. So like people will fly out for San Diego Comic Con, and they need to get something for you know their friends, their family, whatever. So I had this one small left on the stand, and a couple people came by asking about it. I was like, well, like I need this out, to take sign-ups. So if you wanna come by after the show, like, at the end of the day, I will sell it to you then, but I can't sell it before then because otherwise nobody's gonna know that I have this. So a couple people, like, kept coming by and, like, people kept, like they wouldn't come back after the show had closed. It was like it was like an hour before, like a half hour before, 15 minutes. I kept telling them to come back.
I mean, I can't blame them because there are so many people that pack up early at shows. I mean, it's part of the culture. Like, you never know. You could come back and the booth would be empty. You know what I mean? So I can't blame them for like coming back. I can blame them for asking you though. Like, just leave the
Well,
poor guy alone.
and eventually, like a woman did come by at the very end of the show, and she's like, "Now?" I was like, "Now."
Oh, sweet. Did someone
And I
else come
sold it
back
to her.
after that and say, "Hey, did you sell that shirt?" And you're like, "Yeah, she got it."
I think only the because I remember correctly, it was two people coming back like multiple times, and the woman came back at the very end of the show, and the other person did not.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe they saw that the stand was empty at that point, and they're like, "Oh."
Who else came by? You have a specific story.
Yeah, so this may have been like the Friday of San Diego Comic Con.
So you're sold
Um,
out. You just have the
sold
one on
out,
display. Okay.
just the one on display. Um, and it was early on, so I don't know. I don't even know if the show floor had opened yet because it wasn't that busy. So in my mind, I think the show floor hadn't opened yet. So this guy comes by and he's like, he points to the Avocados Lot shirt and he's like, "What's this shirt?" And I look up at him and he's wearing like a Daredevil shirt, but
Like
it
a
says
just a red with DD on it,
it
or
was.
is
I think
it?
it was a black shirt.
Okay.
I think I want to say it was um, like a John Romita Jr. image of
Okay.
Daredevil, but in like the you remember when he did like Man Without Fear, how the costume was, where it was like the black with the it was basically like his costume in the first season.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
Um, so I think it was I want to say it was like a John Romita Jr. Art, but it also said crew on the back, or like maybe on the chest
Right.
area.
And did you recognize the person? I don't like. It's no one. It's not. Okay. I'll let you. I beg your pardon. Tell the story.
So I did not recognize the person at all, like from his face. But I figured he was probably important or connected to the show because he had a shirt that said crew. And I was trying to play it cool. I was like, well, they're lawyer avocados, obviously, because I didn't want to get in trouble because
Right.
I didn't know what was going to happen.
And you couldn't get a read off this person. Were they into it, or were they angry, or were they playing cool too?
They were I would characterize our interaction as like playful in a way, like
That's
not
good.
not like antagonistic or anything like that. Um, but so I think it was again before the show had opened, and one of our friends was behind the booth getting their stuff ready for the day, and she had overheard this conversation, and she's like, "What? You don't know Daredevil?"
Jeez. I mean, she then saw his shirt, right?
I don't know, honestly. Like I, because I wasn't looking back, I was looking at him.
She has very rare T-shirt blindness.
But like after that happened, like we started talking. The guy worked on Daredevil as a producer, and he wanted to buy the shirt. And I told him we were sold out, but like we were going to do a second run because we have a lot of interest in it. And he signed up on the mailing list, and we sent him out actually like a bunch of shirts. I
Nice.
think he wanted to get them for other
Like
people as
his,
well.
yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, it's so fun, and like for our first year showing at San Diego, it was such a thrill to like. I wasn't even there, so like I'm just getting like secondhand, like it's crazy, you know. Uh, um, it was such a thrill to have this as the experience.
Yeah. I do want to say about the design though. I feel like there were certain hidden things that we put in. I don't know if you remember this though, but the position of the avocados matters.
Does it?
Yeah, because
Oh,
it mimics the Daredevil
oh, it
symbol.
does. I forgot about that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I
And
thought it had more to do with his stick being too long that it didn't fit, or it was covering the plaque, and we were like, "What are we gonna do?"
I mean I think you're the one who wanted to do the offset placement of the avocados.
Maybe. I mean,
Uh,
I guess 2015 Joe was real sharp. I would do things differently. I mean, we should tell people like part of what we do is we try to keep it very minimal and like keep it clean and keep it down to like two colors because we're self-printing, and so or not self-printing. We're not screening them, but we're paying for these. We're doing small print runs of whatever. So we want to keep the price down so that we're not passing that price on to the customer. We want to
yeah.
keep the shirts cheap.
I don't want to
Like
sell
this
a
was
$40 shirt.
no way, no way. And this shirt, even back then, would was like 15 maybe something like
I
that.
think this one was 20.
Okay,
Uh,
because okay, um, man, when we started, shirts were so we sold shirts so cheap. We were like, "You want a shirt?" We were making like a buck profit. Anyway, but so because of that, it's limited color. So if you go on, like when you go online and you Google avocados at law, you'll see all these full color, gorgeous, beautiful illustrations, and they're just putting them up in TeePublic, and TeePublic is working their $1 million magic. Um, but for us, like to keep it minimal and keep it down to two colors was a huge deal. And you'll see, like we're going to do a series of these videos where we talk about our designs throughout the years, and you'll see the highest we got was like three colors once, right? Something like that. We'll see.
I feel like I feel like I would have vetoed a 3-color
I know,
shirt.
man. You'd be like, I don't know, man. We did two colors max. One year we did like foil printing or something, or like and never again.
Oh, we didn't it wasn't foil, it was a metallic ink.
Metallic ink, and it looked great on one shirt and not on the other. But we'll get to that. Phil, do any of these shirts still exist in your basement somewhere in the digital print storage?
I may have like one or two of the avocados I lost somewhere.
Amazing. Any guess on what size that a size presumably that you ordered a ton of, like smalls or mediums or whatever?
So medium is generally the one that I order the most of. So it's potentially it's a medium, if it exists at all. Like I'm not. If you're that other person who tried to swing by at the end of the show, I may or may not have it. I can look if you want me to, um, but I'm not saying one exists.
I'll take a look, man. Dig around, see if it's there, and if it is, before you put this video up, throw it up in our store, and someone who the first person that watches this can go and snatch it right now, and they'd be
If
like,
they're a medium.
they're like, I'm a small or I'm a medium, but this is a 3XL, and you'll just be like, whatever, man, make it work, cinch it, put a belt around
Uh,
it.
Another possibility of what size it is because we also do women's shirts.
Oh, that's true.
It could be a women's like medium or something like that, but who knows? Again, might not exist.
May may not exist. Yeah.
All right. So anything else you want to say about this design before we wrap up?
I mean, I'll just say again, like as a first experience, it was amazing, just incredible. And don't let that. This is not going to be a series of us bragging, because this happened, and then the next year happened, and it
Yeah,
was a completely different story. But yeah,
it is a
so
completely different story.
teaser for next time.
Yeah, so we will be coming back next week with the 2016. I want to say. I'll have to see what the what the dates are because I'm pretty sure this was 2015. The next one will be 2016.
Yep.
Um,
And we'll do a shirt each week until we lead up to the design for this year's San Diego Comic Con in July.
yep. Um, so if you are that person who is out there looking for this one small, you know, drop in the comments that you're looking for it. Um, Again, may or may not actually exist. Um, but if you like this and you want to see more of the behind the scenes stuff on our exclusive designs, be sure to like and subscribe. And we will catch you next time.